And of course, and of course, and of course, the game audio is not working. Why? Oh, never mind. I guess I will just wait around here until the chat starts. Oh, 735, that's a new max. Hello, Juriden. No, Juriden. What the hell? Why do you guys have some weird names? J. Durden. Oh, there is Kestrel. I didn't see him. Oh, I said it correctly. J. Durden. 81. Is that your date of year of birth? And you are a few years older than me. I was born in 86. Okay, let's see what they're saying. Yeah, I agree. 90s. Well, I was born in 86, so... Let's say the that's a typo, but okay, Ascension situation definitely help our goal of PvP server this month. Our biggest hang-up struggle is how to moderate it. PvP moderation has been one of the most difficult things for us thus far, given how dynamic it is and how much drama it can create. We are hoping to perma-open signups after the migration we have in a few hours. Once everything is stable. No other class than Warlock is getting summon ability. The launcher is open source, so if people want to update it to fix things, they are welcome to, and we can review and approve any PRs. Oh, that's yeah. If it doesn't get some love in the next few months, I may try to take a crack at improving it myself. Can we have more truffles in the open world, please? The shutdown today is mostly infrastructure related, with maybe a dozen or so random fixes. Ooh. We will look at enforcing faction balance on the PvP server if it gets really bad, but we think it should balance itself out given there are not a lot of servers to choose from, so the factions can't split like they do on some Blizzard servers. Hello Outpost. Whenever I see their name I remember the game Future Cop. Outpost 2, taken by the enemy. Oh, the migration should also turn on Grim Reaches and DMR. I can't believe I forgot to mention that. DMR. I can do something better, Nikto. I can check real time. 743 players online. Max since the server restart, 744. And after like in, let's see, 3 hours they are going to restart the server, take it down, and then try to implement another backbone server or something. So, and if everything works fine after that, they will permanently open signups tonight. New content is starting to really come to the forefront of internal conversation as things get more stable. Nothing to announce, but I can say we will 100% be adding our own content to the game after 1.18 restoration. Yes, he's typing since we have not looked into the PvP dampening mechanics that Turtle had. Personally, as a very uninformed non-PvP person, I don't think they make much sense, but I value my opinion. But I value my opinion on PvP very lowly and defer to others. Okay. Timeline for the next phase is not determined yet, but we don't want phase 1 to drag out for too long. I don't think. It is hard though, as many have not even gotten to make an account yet, let alone clear my molten core. Oh, that's a big pig. Oh well, it's the... Yeah, we are not worried about the Ascension lawsuit ourselves. Some of the details are wild though. I mean, if Blizzard would make stuff like this, I would pay to be playing on their servers, but since they just keep using the no innovation or anything, yeah, private servers are gonna be a thing. Real money transfer is something we have already started working against, but have been pleasantly surprised by what we have found so far. As in, not much RMT appears to be happening, but we have a fair bit of dedicated resources working on that, and we'll continue with that, I guess. GD not sure what that means. GDKP is banned. If we see them, we will just be mass banning entire raid groups. Gold dragon kill points. Oh, so if someone actually pays real money to get something? Is that what it means? Restoration roadmap. I was hoping to get out of this week. We aren't out of rough shape for it, just need some graphics and to lock down 2 dates. So like, when I was raiding back in 2005, I was the guy in my guild that has had the most DKP points, like 300. And when the Eye of Sulfurin dropped, I like 300! Used everything on that thing. No one else had that much, because I had joined all the raids for the guild in Molten Core. So I burned everything. Yeah, okay, so he's working on a roadmap. Yeah, I wanted it so much. Yeah, we are a lot more secure than TurtleWoW, who had it on their LinkedIn profiles. Ascension, I'm curious to see more details on how they got caught, found out, but have not had time to look. Lol. Survival should be going. I guess he means working. New server hardware means no more sign-up cap, hopefully. Server downtime between 1 to 4 hours, hopefully 1 hour, but plan for 4. Oh yeah, you don't have an account yet. Well, I hope we don't get to 12k concurrent population. I can fly! Oh, where the hell are we? Wetlands. Huh. Bartender? Bartender? No, I don't think... Is that a thing? You mean to get drinks and stuff? Or do you mean to change your appearance? Oh, I have never tried it, and I have also never heard about it, so I'm not sure. Yeah, we are a bit concerned about the flood, but we will handle it. Account signups limits may come back if we really have 50,000 plus try to join. We would rather have sign-up limits than queues to play. The servers are located in areas and with providers that do not respond to unjust legal threats. Nobody knows where the team are located, as that's the whole anonymous portion of it. I wanna guess. I know one place, but I don't want to say. I know it's not Russia. We do restrict accounts to unique email, and we have some other restrictions in place to prevent multi-account ownership. We know it still happens, of course, but we at least want to limit it. No, I don't think it's Kazakhstan. I mean, I had one guy joining my 7 Days to Die server. He was playing from Afghanistan. He had like 20,000 ping, so I don't think Kazakhstan has... Well, I don't... They should have fiber, but maybe. Yeah, I think my ping would have been much higher. Maybe 200. My ideal population would be 1,000, 1,300 peak, and then like 500 peak on the heroic realm. Well, I just gonna predict it's gonna be 10 times as much, because all the people actually wanting to play Turtle WoW, not Team WoW, like from Cappy. And the devs seems to be really nice. This launcher is now open source, something that even Turtle WoW didn't do. We trimmed a lot of the Turtle WoW cosmetics already, no happy clouds here. Happy cloud? Oh! I guess that's a mount or something you could get on Turtle WoW. Flying mount or cloud. We did not think about max auction auction house items, but happy to look at it. Maybe make suggestions, post on the forums. Our GMs monitor and enforce multi-boxing restrictions. What? That's a good ring. Holy shit. For mage and priests. I think we are going to stay in beta until the content is fully 1.18. Oh, sorry. Uh, 18, which we are confident we can get to in a I can't read. Confident we can get to in a reasonable amount of time now. We will announce PvP director on the forums hopefully this week. It's a sweet ring even for a paladin, I guess. They made the stairs for the people jumping in the water. I'll see if I can find why those are missing before our migration today. No promises. We probably won't touch gear balance until at least full 118.1. Good news, I'll be over on the Heroic Realm for another 30 minutes once I'm done. So if you'd like to join, please do pop over on the Heroic Realm for more Q&A. Should I do that? We're up here, right? Turn it on into pink or a bacon. Fighting as a pig.
I can't attack that target.
Paladin feels great, just like in OctoWoW.
I am low on mana.
Stalking pig. Okay, I'm gonna grab the flight path. Don't think I have that one in wetlands. Oh, or somewhere. Hopper. It doesn't count as a buff, so I guess I have to rejoin. Oh, crocodile.
It's too far away. I can't cast that. That spell is already. I don't have a target.
Okay, so I should grab silver to level up. The story of a pig. Alright, wasn't there a movie called Babe? Lucky Pig or something? Oh, this is a new dungeon, so... Yeah, new place, custom, so they haven't re-added, I guess, yet. Oh, he was the voice? Nicolas Cage had a voice there, a voice actor. Yeah, I still have that movie actually. On DVD. Oh. Okay, I have not seen Pig movie, only Babe. believe these dragons have a small chance to drop the thingy that can make you look like one of the opposing faction. Yeah, just gonna run around picking up ores here, I guess. Eventually I arrive to the fort or castle, I guess. Okay, so where is this? It's just a cave. Where's the entrance? Oh, elites. We should probably not point or try to defeat those guys. Try. Ooh, 28. No battle movements for the ping. That's a shame.
I can't carry anymore.
Okay, well, now we just need to wait until time is 12 o'clock, for me at least, and then they shut off the server and we just have to wait. Hopefully everything goes as planned, so the signups can explode, and then I can get more people for the guild perhaps, and then start gearing up for molten core or maybe a mixer first. But before all that, I can enjoy Blackrock depths and UBRS and stuff like that. After I kill this raptor, I have to go to the toilet since I had some tea, and it's goes straight through.
Let's see as it went.
Just gonna jump up here and walk up here and BRB. Okay, I am back. I see ores.
I can't cast that yet.
Oh, they're actually adding the dungeon I run past earlier. Later today, hopefully.
I can't cast that yet. I get carried.
Wait, what? Guess I have to go in here. There's a lot of ores there. Nail polish, what the hell?
Inventory is full. That spell isn't ready yet.
Pig killing
I can't cast that yet.
dinosaurs.
I can't cast that yet.
Only me singing a cape.
I get carried.
No, sorry, that's a sheep. And I hear a sound, da-dang. And then bang, 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 boom. If you know which game that is from.
That spell isn't ready. I can't cast that yet. Inventory is full.
Silver, silver. Give me silver. Hello Tamara, thank you for stopping by. I joined a special event on this server and I was turned into a pig. Iron, I can't mine that yet. 125, I'm so close.
Ah, Motaro, you are so ruining my demeanor.
Oh,
You are so aggravating.
oh, wait, he had like a different voice. It was like, oh, Motaro. I have to play that game again, god damn it. I believe his name was Edwin. No, wait. That was Montaron and Edwin was the Red Wizard of Fae guy, I think. I can't remember the other guy's name. Maybe it was Edwin. Cannot mine it. Not yet.
I can't cast that yet.
Let's see if there's some OG guys here.
You are ruining my demeanor.
That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I need to get closer.
Yeah. How did your karaoke go on Friday, Tamara? He's probably a horde guy then, since I can't see who Yes. Okay, can I not? Like, no, I can't. Would have been so awesome if I could sit on top of a turtle as a pig. Oh. Blind as a bat, I just skipped a lot of ores.
Still recharging.
Oh, he netted me? You bastard. Why the hell do I get aggro from that range?
I can't cast that yet. I can't carry anymore.
There we go. Okay, let's continue to the Menethil Harbor Keep. Another ore. Oh. No. I have enough for now. So in 2 hours they will turn off the server and implement the new server working as a backbone server, or what you call it, and then hopefully open the sign-ups permanently, in quotations, if they have 10,000, or what did they say, suddenly a 50,000 server or users trying to make an account, they would close it again, because they don't want to have queues for the current players. Maybe I should start a heroic character, a warlock. Or a hunter. I seriously need to melt all these ores and then try to make something with the blacksmith profession, so we get some room back in my storage. Yeah, let's find the furnace. I need to write that. Seriously. I need 3 more skills to, or points to mine iron. That sucks. I'm just gonna sell it.
How are you? Watch your back.
What's your back? Tin. Can I make something with tin? God damn, the only thing I know. Bronze. Medium leather. Rough grinding stone. I can make 3 of these if I get 3 leather and 6 rough grinding stones.
Talk to me. Off with it. Interest you on a pint?
Yeah, okay, and now have oh, I can still make one more with more rough grinding stone.
What can I
Okay,
do?
let's send one. Let's see what we have in the guild. What is level? Holy fuck, he leveled fast. He joined yesterday. And he's level 17 now. Crazy Polish guy. Okay, let's go to the... Really? Should purchase the tabard? The center 1 or 2 gold? Okay, that's about it, I think. Chest, legs, hands, or feet, yeah. Okay, let's just send someone random this item. What? Why didn't it work now? That's weird. Yeah, that's weird. Oh, it's without an H. Okay, time to move on, I guess. I can't make anything else, or can I? Bronze. Nope. Bob. Bob. Can't say it the same as Mr. Bean. Yeah, let's head back to the cave, shall we?
What can I do for you?
I forgot I didn't take the flight path.
Where would you like to fly to?
Farewell.
Which cave was I in? Sandysite mineral vein. I think this is where you go to Iron Forge. 2 seconds, just have to check something. I'm just gonna start the podcast again. 2 seconds.
Tritopus secundus. And Ryan, what do you look like?
All right, so Tritopus secundus is super thin, like almost emaciated to the point of looking vaguely like a chicken. Like there's just big nose, very scrawny neck. He's like bald. I don't even think he has eyebrows. Like there's no hair on this man anywhere. And his eyes always look like he might be about to cry, but he also might not. You can't really read him. But he seems pretty amped. Like maybe he's a little bit on drugs amped. Like he's just that guy who's always like tapping things. He's not really sure what's going on. You probably can't tell what he's good at looking at him, and it might be nothing.
Okay. What was his name again?
Tritopus secundus.
Tritopus.
So, Ryan, the
T-I-S-S?
Trittipus secundus.
Okay. Not Tritopus, got it.
Oh, yeah, Tritopus. Yeah, Ryan, the only piece I'm going to give you is you are a hypochondriac. And for the purposes of this flashback, you'll be using, just use your base stats, like use your existing Valentine stats. This actually goes for all of you. We're going to use your, rather than me sending you a bunch of bullshit, we're going to use the existing character sheets as is, but I would ask you to modify them as you see fit. So if, for example, you're like, man, I definitely don't have a mechadendrite arm right now.
Oh, I don't have a last lock leg, you mean?
No, you don't. You actually.
Oh, this is a flashback, not a flash forward.
No, it's not. It's not lost. You have a. Yeah, everyone de-aged mysteriously, and the title character of this
7 years old.
yeah, he's Benjamin.
Just have to restart my server PC. Since there was an Ubuntu update.
Tyler, for the purposes of this
something to
heist,
mine.
when it's sort of big crew-esque things, we're going to have you running engine, using your existing alto stats. That said, alto is going to be kind of like an NPC in a video game who just kind of like trails you around, sort of like Ellie early in The Last of Us before she gets real good at murder.
Murder.
So consider how alto could fit in, but yeah, you don't have to. I'm not going to leave you stuck as a 7-year-old for the whole the whole match.
Man, I'll play whatever you want, baby.
Yeah, buddy. I know. That's why I just dumped all of this on you with no notice 10 minutes ago. Wicked. Okay, so yeah, Lyric, at this point, you're armed with a well-used knife, but yeah, your weapons are hard to come by. It's not like you just have a bunch of shit. Wicked. Okay, so Lyric, you kind of rejoin the crew as Kel is going over the heist. So basically, also I guess it's probably worth noting it now. We may have mentioned this before, but you guys invented Kel. What does Kel look like?
Oh, it's a good question. What do we suppose Kel looks like, Laura? I always thought of her as being, oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Sorry, I lost the reference. I thought of her as being much like an older, weathered woman.
Yeah.
Who's like, I guess like scrawny and scrappy. Like she, you can look at her and you can tell like she has like kicked some ass, and it's just like she's like aged out of that part of her life, but like it still shows in the way she carries herself.
Yeah, and I think you can definitely see that Lyric took some inspiration for her. I imagine she's like has shaved head, is very like has that kind of
Are we talking like Linda Hamilton in Terminator 2?
Or like Linda Hamilton in Dark Fate.
Like Linda.
Where it's like, we remember like ass kicking then, she's still kicking ass now, but is clearly older and wearing it.
My like headcanon was like Linda Hamilton, Dark Fate. Like
Yeah.
she was older, but it can be whatever.
Or like Jamie Lee
as long as it's
Curtis
Linda Hamilton.
just a very old
it,
32.
Yeah.
Well, let's bump her up then. Let's put her at 45, but like high 45.
Yeah.
I always imagined she would be much older than you guys, so that makes sense. High 45 sounds like a stupid retirement campaign. High 45, just you know.
It's a really popular band in the early 2000s.
Yeah, just inherit money.
45, just die early.
Shit.
So that's a good baseline.
It's too far away.
So Kel kind of like shoves aside her sort of trademark whip and sort of gestures to a series of manifest documents. Everything in all the paper I've seen in 40K is usually scrolls, so you best believe these fuckers are scrolls with broken seals on them. Damn. But it's a shipping manifest for a ship called the Maladrot. So it lists a number of high-value electronics that, admittedly, Lyric, you have never heard of. But Endrick, it definitely like just kind of running the fast math on it. If you can even steal part of this, this is a good a good haul. Particularly because, as we talked about, technology in High Worlds is so like shitty, and particularly in Galen's Glory, is so degraded over time that having a new shipment of anything show up is pretty fucking rare and pretty exciting.
Yeah, what fancy asshole just moved up top?
Right, exactly. So the captain is a lady named Rhina Fontnot, and she's bringing the shipment through to apparently drop off, like, from the looks of the manifest, the absolute cheapest, shittiest, like, Amazon Basics thing on the list. But clearly not thinking this through, she brought the rest of her cargo as well because she's en route to greener pastures. So the plan is to basically ambush the ship as it lands. So overwhelm the sort of docking site, ambush the ship as it lands, damage it so it can't just fucking take off and fly away, which Lyric, at this kind of still vaguely younger, possibly more idealistic point in your life, the prospect of being able to fly away actually does sound pretty nice, but you're also not in any way equipped to say no. But Kel is very firm that like the engines go, the struts go. If we have to, blow the stabilizers, just wreck this thing. until it's just a big pile of expensive slag. But the goal is to ambush the ship, disable it, get in, and just fucking grab as much as you can. It's a smash and grab on a grand scale, and get out. Tritopus, what do you think, or Ryan rather, what do you think Tritopus's, like, what value does he bring to the crew? What's his, why is he here? Endrick is definitely here for, like, assessing the gear and making sure that blowing up the ship happens. What's Tritopus's deal?
I think Tritopus is lucky, but almost like Domino in Deadpool 2 lucky. Like, stuff just seems to go right for Tritopus. By all rights, he's not a good fighter. He doesn't have good stuff. He's afraid of everything, and he's constantly thinks he's going to get sick. But somehow, of everyone in the Underhive, he's the only person who's never been shot, he's never been stabbed, he's never been injured. So people bring him to just be like, you're a guy who's going to carry things. And he only shows up when he's so broke he has to work.
Sounds like a Red Hood situation. Just like, we're putting the Red Hood on this guy, he's going on the mission.
Yeah, congratulations. Oh, I'm sorry, you're a comedian, doesn't matter. Wear this. What could go wrong?
Damn, it's blowing a lot outside now. Even though the window is closed, I can see the curtains are like going sideways, or like, what you call it, you can see them moving.
I don't, like, the joy of it is we don't have to know, but he might be a very, if I was going to be the paranoid inquisitor I play later in the game, he'd probably think he might be a telekine who doesn't know it. So he doesn't have any abilities to move stuff consciously, but he occasionally just deflects things coming at him in a way that his brain just thinks is like random.
Just fortune from Sons of Liberty, not knowing that it was Manhunt. Similar to how he works with psychic powers to like make things work that shouldn't work. Just sometimes things work around him. Lyric, you don't understand the value of this at all, because obviously, like, you're younger, but you're still, like, it's not like a switch goes off and you become a weird cynic. Like, I think the frustrations you have about crews later in life are present now. You're just too low down the ladder to actually be able to act on them.
I'm pretty in survival mode, like.
Well, and also, realistically, when you're younger and you're in, like, particularly, like, if you're younger and you're in a real rough situation, like, you just kind of gravitate to whoever provides a vague aura of safety. And if they're like, we're bringing this weirdo, you're like, sure, okay.
Yeah.
What am I going to do, fight you? Ryan, what title do you think Tritopus insists on in a vaguely Dwight Schrute way when he's on these jobs? And do you think it's one that he insists on, or one that Kel just gives him so he'll feel important?
Oh, that's a good one. I think he probably tries to insist on a title. Like, I feel like he probably would want to be a doctor, because he'd figure that he's not sick yet only because he's a doctor.
Is it because I'm mining the ore and they here?
Majesty is probably what he would call himself in his environment. I feel like they just might call him Dr. T or Doc T, because his name is obnoxiously hard to say. So he's the doctor. To quote the mask, the doctor is about to operate.
That's still recharging.
Okay, cool. So, the plan is get in, smash and grab. Endrick will identify what kind of gear is worth lifting. Kel is on demolitions. Doc T is on being around. Lyric, as is always the way with first-timers, you're basically on lookout.
Okay.
But you are also, Kel is basically also, she takes you aside, which is exciting because you can tell that it's not so much that she's trying to keep you safe, because that's really not her style. It's more that at this point she doesn't know if you're useful or a liability, and she's really leaning hard on liability, particularly because you decided to bring your kid brother, which she fucking hates. You can vocalize that wave, Tyler. I really want to hear super young, excited Alto.
Super young, excited Alto?
You don't need to, like, don't... Amazing. You don't need to bump your voice up the register, because I know that'll, like, totally fuck up your voice. But also, given what's going on in the future right now, maybe just like get your best alto stuff in now. Who knows? Yeah. Always get prepared.
I love you, Willick.
Jesus.
And Kel is like, wow, I have murdered people for less. I've murdered people I like more for less.
Kids are a real vector for disease.
Yes.
I
Doctor.
just like I put my arm like I kind of take Alto and just kind of push him behind me to shield him a little bit.
Okay, what about the second kid in the front?
No, that one's coming with us. Hey, Doc T. I thought I saw some pretty dirty boxes over there. I mean, they might be releasing all sorts of allergens into the air. You want to check those out?
Oh, my emperor. All right, I'll take a look, but I can't promise anything. I don't even want to get closer. What if I just leave? Can we go? I'm ready to do the job. We could all get sick. I don't want to get rad poisoning. People get that. Their blood comes out their eyes.
And then Kel just like moves you further away as he continues to monologue and says, look, my last lookout got shot 12 times. 9 of those were in the stomach. I put the other few in the head just to ease things up. So this is probably going to end in tragedy for you and that little guy. I just want to be very clear about that. Do you still want to go?
Yeah, but Alto, you need to hide.
I want to come along.
Okay, I mean, you can stay close. Just stay the fuck out of sight.
Okay.
Great. This is
Shit, man.
The shit is going on.
This is great. I'm really glad I brought you
How
along.
many times did they get shot?
12.
I heard 12.
Yeah, you're okay. So you know what he's
The
doing.
hell?
So we know that at least. And then
Guys have crazy aggro, even though they have like gray levels. Damn, they're attacking fast as well.
Gets down in the
Morgs.
says, so you're good with numbers,
Yeah, I guess.
And how do you feel about vehicles? Do you like vehicles? Do you like seeing the cars around, the bikes?
Yeah, I bagels. Yeah.
Oh, so you like the fast ones?
Yeah.
Okay, well, guess what? You're gonna have a job too, all right, little dude?
I get a job?
You get a job too. And then she glares at Lyric. She's like, since you're along, everyone on a crew has to pull their weight, and I want you to always remember that. If you're on a crew, you have to do everything in your power to help the team, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so your job is going to be to find the fastest, bestest car. Okay, can you do that?
Yeah.
Every time you see one of those, I want you to tell your sister. And then she leans to you, Lyric, and she says, look, I know these guys, and I know how this goes, and we're going to need a fast way out. If you don't want to end up with those 12 bullets, we're going to need a fast exit vector. So, seems like the kids are already finding things. You get them to pick out the right vehicle, and then it's going to be up to
you
the
can
two
find
to
the
jack and forth.
best.
When we go, we're going to need to go. Can you do that?
Well, I guess I'm fucking in it now, yeah.
She backhands you as hard as she can, and just fucking.
Not
like,
sure if I want to go here then.
It
Is there any
splits your
ores?
eyebrow in a way that if we look at your character portrait,
This
this is Indiana Jones whip to the chin moment. But she says, listen, I'm going to tell you this exactly once. When you get to be me, you can say whatever the fuck you want to whatever the fuck you want. But until then, you shut up and you do as you're told. Understood? Quite frankly, he's more useful
I
than you
need
right
to
now.
target something first.
Fine. Fuck.
There you go. That's what I want. And then she grabs you by the hair and drags you to your feet. And then as she's still pulling your hair up but not out, she just looks you straight in the eyes and she says, also this is a fucking liability. And then she shoves you off and goes back to the table. Endrick, you've watched all of this go down. What are your thoughts on these two stupid kids who are on for the adventure?
Endrick doesn't think much of them. He just thinks that they better not get in his way. They better not screw this whole thing up.
Do you think Endrick is looking to move this tech or to absorb some of this tech?
I think he absorbs a little something from every job. I think it's probably what helps him decide what job he does next. But the money from selling it, like from fencing it, is what also helps him maintain and upgrade his body.
Based on our joke from earlier, I kind of like the idea that maybe Endrick's deal is upward mobility. That he's one of those mobsters who just desperately wants to like eventually be like the upper middle class. Like it's just a matter of this place is a cesspool. You can't escape it. No one gets out of the hive, but you can move up in the hive. So he knows he's never gonna like people who are down this far never really reach the top, but you can certainly reach the middle. So I wonder if maybe there's something fun in the idea of like continue to upgrade, continue to maintain with the pocket dream of one day just basically living like a weird hive suburban
Oh,
life.
I have to check the clothes I'm washing.
Yeah, I
There
don't
be.
know if he ever thinks about the plateau. I think it's like for as long as he's alive, it's striving.
Oh,
for
okay, amazing,
more.
great,
Never
okay.
satisfied. Yeah.
Love that. Okay, fantastic. So with the plan set, you all have a few minutes to make your preparations. Again, based on what you've got on your various sheets, you should have a rough idea of what you get. Lyric, again, you're going to be a little underarmed at this particular juncture. That said, if we end up in a massive combat situation, I'll likely throw. We'll see how it goes. But you might play Kel for those sequences if it makes more sense. We'll see where we get to. It's Genesis, so who the fuck knows what'll happen in any scene? I've learned, I don't. So let's roll it, baby. Speaking of which, it's a big heist. We're early in the story, and it's a prologue where we know at least 2 people can't die. 3 people can't die. So congratulations, everybody. We're 3-1 on story points. 3 on you, 1 on me. Are there any preparations you want to make, and or are there any questions you have for me / Kel before we go? I'd also like to point out.
I'm just gonna do whatever I want because I can't die.
Oh man,
what a
kidding.
foolish thing
I'm
to
just
say.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
So she goes over and just guts you, and then next to you there's a scared teenager, and she just drags that teenager over and goes, "Congratulations, your name's Lyric now."
Hey, so I guess I'm gonna be a teenage girl.
are you my sister?
I was just kidding, Tom.
I know. Me too. For now. But only for now. Something I was reviewing the Genesis rules before this fine session today, and I found an interesting thing that we haven't been using for story points that is worth knowing. You can also use story points the way that we've been using stress in our other games, which I had no clue of. But basically, if you desperately need something and there isn't one about, you can spend a story point the way that we do stress in Dum Dum's Dragons, which is basically, for instance, if you're like, okay, we've got to climb this icy wall. Man, if we had like climber's axes, this would really help. You can spend a story point to be like, oh, we find a dead expedition at the bottom of the wall, and they have a couple of climbing axes, so we just like wrench those off. Ultimately, I'll still be the arbitrator of whether or not that flies. It can't be like, oh no, we're fighting Nemesis. Oh, I had a missile launcher the whole time. It's like, oh, okay, well, nope. But please do feel free to use them that way. That said, again, it's still the same spending economy, so if you spend it that way, it comes over to me, and vice versa. The only other thing to note about story points that clears up a question we've had since fucking Star Wars, story points are spent at the end of the roll. So after the roll is done, that's when the point gets spent, to prevent us from doing weird, handy tradesy stuff in the middle. So however many story points there are at the beginning of the dice pool, that's how many it is to the resolution. So you can be like, I spend my story point to do this, but that doesn't mean I immediately get it. I get it once that roll has been resolved. It's much clearer. It's different than how we've been doing it, but we'll give it a try.
I think You're gonna have to teach us that as it happens, because I can see all three of us get lost in the words.
Clearer, but I'm not getting it.
It's not clear to me.
It's clearer to Tom, and he's the only one who really needs to understand the rules.
Tom, tell us what to do.
Yeah, basically, don't worry about it. It actually mechanically doesn't change the way we've been doing it all that much. All it means is it clears up that question of like, couldn't we just trade story points back and forth infinitely forever? And we've just been nice about it because we're good at playing games and polite. But there's an actual mechanic to limit that. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's
the
cool
thing
for
we
me.
didn't do, we can't do.
Exactly.
Got it.
Ah, I see.
Anyway, none of that matters to our characters. That only matters to me, because I did reading. Are there any preparations you want to do? Questions for Kel, or are we good to set out?
I just want to... Oh, sorry, go ahead, Ryan.
I was gonna say, I think Tritopus would take out his medical kit. I think he'd give himself a couple of injections. He'd be worried about what could have come from those boxes. He'd seen some rust outside. He'd seen some pooled water. He'd be worried about gnat flies and the Belgravian flu, so he would dose himself for that. He's not a trained doctor. I don't think any of these are actual curatives. I think it's why he has some real problems with his overall physicality, is because he just keeps like revaccinating himself for things that he stole, not knowing what they're for, but thinking he does. And then when he's good and kind of jolted, I think he'd just be antsy to go.
Great. Laura?
As I am tearing off a strip from my cloak to put over my eyebrows, you don't have like fucking eyebrows.
They really do.
And I really don't want to have like blood in my eye through this, and so I'm like I'm fashioning I'm like tying it around my head and like tucking my hair into it. I'm saying kind of under my breath to Alto, I just say, look, kiddo, this is not going how I thought it would go, but you gotta find us a fucking vehicle, because if I don't make it out, you're not gonna make it. All right? So we both fucking survive this, okay? Oh, I'm sorry I swear so much.
No, it's okay. Are you okay? That looks like it hurt.
Yeah, it did. I'm fine.
Okay, I'll find a car for us. We won't get hit anymore.
Okay, but just try to avoid the guns or weapons. Just try to stay out of sight still, okay?
Okay.
For Endrick, Tom, am I correct in understanding that he's got most of the equipment that I've got on my grown-up Alto character sheet?
Yes, except rather than having a mechadendrite arm, we're just going to treat that as like probably, I think, one big mechanical arm,
cool.
But also just an array of tools. I think, what do you think he's wearing costume-wise? Like, I'm thinking of him more like less as a cyborg and more as just like essentially an incredibly well-equipped mechanic. So what do you think his loadout looks like?
I like that. I like a mechanic. I think then it's a one of those, like, what are they called, boiler suits or whatever, where it's just you step into it.
Is that the Black Morass?
Well, like it's just like a one jumper thing, and so
Respawn,
I think it's that the sleeve is off on the robot arm, just because he wants to show that shit up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right, and I think very much in the same way that we describe Alto and a lot of other characters from the Hive, like it's a self-built arm. I think maybe because he's like I like the idea that he's been slowly siphoning off like pieces of gear. I think rough in places, but also incredibly nice. Like there are some legitimately well built and crafted, like maybe like a gauntlet or something on the forearm.
Yeah,
that's like really fucking fancy. That he got off a job, and we'll give you the Deus Ex Mankind Divided like reversible finger grip things.
Okay.
So he's got like fingers that can bend at weird angles and robot it up. Great.
I need to get closer.
And Tristan, what are you wearing? What's your loadout look like? Keep in mind your Valentine gear. Obviously, he doesn't have a chainsword because that'd be insane.
No, I think Tritopus is dressed like a 17th century dandy. Like, I feel like it's a lot of, like, not entirely clean, but, like, a purple verging on pink crushed velvet outfit with, like, a cravat and, like, the weird Shakespearean collar.
Yes.
And the, like, Austin Powers ruffles at his wrist.
Slightly fancier Austin Powers.
Yes.
Yeah, so he stands out everywhere. Like, there is not a place he can blend in between his, like, weird turkey person body and this outfit. And then what he actually carries is just he's got a backpack on which he despises, and it's empty just for carrying whatever he's
it's
supposed
finished,
to for the job.
BRB.
Like, you look at the backpack and go Kel, and you look at everything else and go crazy person. And he also has like a big leather bag, like one of those old doctoring carrying cases, and inside it are his doctor gear and his last pistol. And I think what I'll say is he's got his last pistol just tends to be way more effective than a last pistol should, again in the luck world. So we'll use his existing weapon stuff, but it's all just based on him being weirdly fortunate.
Yeah, it's like a Derringer last pistol that somehow always.
So it's so nice to have a
And like he doesn't
combined
wear armor,
washing machine
but
and
stuff misses him as though
tumble
he did,
dryer
like that kind of thing. Yeah.
Cool.
in the same machine. I can just switch from
in sort of classic
wash.
gear,
When it's
but,
done, it can dry.
Not bought from a military store, rather scavenged from a variety of places. So it's almost more of a militia outfit, like lots of Rob Liefeld pockets and shit. She carries the whip on her hip, as well as rifle. Might have the same stats as Nels. I don't know about it, or as but I think her combo. I think she tends to roll the Indiana Jones combo. So she's got like a bolt pistol and whip, and she tends to use those in combination rather than long range stuff. Great. So with the crew ready to go, you make your way towards. We'll say it's the south. It's one of the. There are multiple landing pads kind of throughout. This one is a ramshackle one. I'm thinking very much like Mos Eisley, where everything feels like it's nailed together. But a landing pad that was constructed as part of the Hive, not as part of the Galen's Glory complex. So the ship will be arriving soon. You make your way through the Hive, brushing past kind of just the crush of humanity around you. Alto, this is probably the furthest you've ever been from home. What do you think the experience of moving through these crowds is like?
I think again he is somewhat accustomed to moving through crowds, but it's always to and from these temporary havens and points of safety and things like that, wherever kind of Lyric is taking him. So to be out in the crowd, and also with a larger group of people, it's probably. I think he really, really wants to do a good job. Ultimately, I think partly because it's like his first outing with a crew, and also because he saw what happened to Lyric. He's like, I gotta find me some cars, man. So I think he's trying to focus in that kind of adolescent, childish way. I think he might literally be looking like cars, just like muttering to himself, looking at really head on a swivel kind of thing, like no subtlety. I think this kid's looking for cars. Yeah. Like anyone walking by would see that. Yeah.
My friend's got a baby who is a toddler now, I guess, but he loves buses. And so in Toronto, there's buses everywhere. So it's amazing because, literally anywhere in a building, if there's a bus nearby, it's just like, bus! And you're like, yeah, man, every 10 minutes. If you're lucky.
Allegedly.
I can't carry anymore.
Great. So, Tyler, can you roll me a... we're going to go with a driving check, please.
Driving using Alto's existing stats for
Inventory is full.
In this case, being more of an aspirational ability than an existing one. We're going to say difficulty 3 only because fast vehicles in this part of the Hive are not really a thing. Also, when I say cars, halfway between a buggy and a car. I mean, 40k vehicles are so fucking strange. Just imagine very large wheels. There's probably spikes. I don't know. Maybe it's got a roll cage on it for some reason. But obviously not a militarized planet, so they're not military vehicles. But yeah, so say difficulty 3. I'm going to give you 1 point of boost for the concern you mentioned about just being so worried about what happened to Lyric. I think that would actually be a pretty good motivator. And I'll give you another boost for the fact that Kel likely wouldn't be rushing all of you through the crowd, knowing that you would be doing this. So it's not like a kid being like, oh, I just want to look at the cars. Just like, God damn it, move faster. It's kind of like, this is part of the job.
And I would say you'll also be slightly distracted because Tritopus, the moment you got into a crowd, put on an old-timey plague doctor mask, like one of those bird ones.
Nice.
Yeah, and he's got
Need 2 more
gloves
points,
on with, like,
then I
giant
can mine
aerosol
iron.
sprays attached to them, and he's just spraying any stranger who gets too close.
I
So they
can
won't
make
give him any
myself the Iron Giant.
Do you have potpourri in the beak?
I am
I assume so.
Superman.
Yeah.
But it's like 40k potpourri, so it's just like a fistful of pepper and cloves. Like, it's not a pleasant smell.
Yeah,
it's
it's full. It's the bones of his mother inside the beak.
Wow.
Yeah, as you do. It's my favorite Febreze spray.
Hey, she never got sick. Well, that,
All right, so
let's
let's 1 setback dice for the fucking distracting ass plague doctor.
Yeah.
1 hour until
Shit, I have one more
shutdown.
I'm also going to give you an assist from Endrick because I think there's something kind of charming. He's frustrated about like having kids along, but being a weird technophile, I think, like, I don't know, I would kind of find that job charming. So if you think that's fair, given that you're playing this beloved character that you built from scratch, loving Leo for several years. But I do think there might be that kind of like, over there, kind of thing happening, where just every so often you might just like point out.
I think it's not so forthcoming with Endrick. I think it's Alto is like he's too focused on like looking over here, and then all of a sudden he gets like an unfriendly shove, and he looks up, and Endrick just like gestures the other way.
Okay,
and that's
great.
like all he gives him, and then he just sees like, oh, that's that car over there.
Love it. Okay, great. Yeah, fantastic. I think it's also safe to say that Alto is fascinated by the robotic arm, so like, yeah, it's a cool guy you're with.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So then, yeah, take 1 more boost for that, and I think that's it on
right.
my end.
Yeah, I have no equipment for Child Alto that I would think would be applied for this. So I'm just going to roll based on what you've outlined for me. Jesus Christ. 7 successes. Because
You find a Land Raider tank. It has giant las cannons, many bolters, and is impenetrable by small arms fire. No, yeah, so having spent years kind of hoping to get close to these vehicles, Alto, you're doing a preternaturally spectacular job at identifying these vehicles. And I think true to form for your later life, like, you're not only tracking these things, you're remembering where they are. So I think maybe at some point Kel turns around and is like, so what have you seen? And he just rattles off a list of like...
Yeah. Like make and model.
and like, it's halfway out of an alley, but traffic is bad, it won't move that fast. So probably it'll be 3 blocks down, and like, she just kind of nods approvingly, and...
the wheels on that one are misaligned.
Oh, well, that one's no good then, huh?
No, yeah, not if you want to go fast.
This kid's pretty useful. We should make sure he doesn't get sick. And then he just starts spraying him with the aerosol spray to keep people around okay.
Take 2 strain. All right. With that, you arrive at the landing bay. And as you begin to approach, Lyric, I think you're kind of being again behind these 2 weirdos, and Kel, you're doing your lookout job, or at least you're trying to. So I'm gonna need a streetwise check from you, please. Holy shit! There's never been a more streetwisey check than this specific check
most
of how
streetwise.
wise are you about
Yeah.
the specific street.
Roll for literal street wisdom.
Nice. All right. So what am I rolling here?
I'm gonna say difficulty of 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you 1 setback for nervousness about trying to prove yourself,
Fair.
and just also having already been like hit by Kel. This job has already gone completely pear-shaped for you.
Yeah.
So 1 setback for that. I will give you a boost because this early into a job, everyone is kind of on the lookout.
Fair.
I think that's it from my end. You have 3 story points available to you. Is there anything else you think you would have that, or what do you think being on the lookout for Lyric at this point looks like?
I honestly think she's kind of on lookout the way she's always on lookout when she's protecting Alto, which is pretty much all the time, which is basically she is like a good driver should do, is like consistently being aware of their blind spots and literally like tracking all of like the corners where could people come from, are there like where the quote unquote authorities of the hive, and is anyone about that might that looks like they might not run away from a fight and might
Yeah.
run towards
Okay,
it.
great.
Because I think that's kind of how the hive is kind of split up.
You are
There are
correct.
people who, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. It's such a weirdly lawless place that like everyone either can, like it's unfortunately very much a victim or attacker mentality kind of all
Yeah.
around. Okay, so take 1 more boost for that. I particularly like the argument that you've been doing this for Alto for years, just in
Lol, I
general.
can use the
So it
Hearthstone
makes
as a
sense to
pin.
me that you'd actually be pretty well fit for this. Possibly why you brought you along. Go ahead and roll.
All right. 3 successes and 3 advantages.
Yeah.
I'm pretty streetwise.
Yeah,
It's nice we
still
finally
pin.
found a use for that. That wasn't, a frozen dinosaur jungle. Okay, so looking around, you're kind of keeping an eye out. The crowd is
Well met.
it's a tide. Like it's
Don't come out of the
very much,
shadows like that.
particularly
Next time,
near
give
the
a girl some
landing
warning.
port. It's a busy part of the hive because it's also one of the exposed spots. Like you're on sort of the edge of the hive. This is as close to a park as you get. Also, like landing pads are not well used
Have a
here
good
because
one.
not a lot of stuff comes in and out of the dome, which you can see kind of shimmering in the distance as it always does. But you notice as you're kind of scanning the crowd, you're seeing kind of the normal smattering of hive gang signs, but most of them just seem like people kind of going about their business. However, you do notice there is an unsettling number of culprits gang signs on clothes. So the culprits have they're a particularly violent gang in kind of the warriors come out and play kind of way. And their sigil is just like a chalk outline that they all sew in various shapes onto their outfits. You're noticing this everywhere, and at first you think you're just being paranoid, but as you look, there is a tremendous culprit presence in this area, and as Kel begins to kind of mount the steps up towards the landing pad, you can see the Maladrot coming in for a landing, like it's descending actively. People are looking up in kind of surprise that a ship is coming in at all. None of the culprits are looking up in surprise, and you notice that the security sort of guarding either edge of the door definitely don't look like what you'd expect security to look like.
Right. So what I'm seeing is that the culprits are guarding this.
Yes, that'd be safe.
Is that what I'm looking at? That's okay. Just want to make sure.
basically, the people in the crowd seem like they're doing your job, and the two guards who are wearing, you know, like ancient Galen's Glory outfits, definitely don't look like guards.
Yeah. Okay. I'm pretty close to Kel. Yes.
You're behind Endrick and Trinibus.
Okay. Well, I need to slip around them, like basically dart around them. Now the thing is that I am accustomed to crowds, so I don't like suffer any penalties from moving through them.
Well, that answers a couple of my questions about the difficulty check. Okay, I'm going to make this a difficulty check of 3 because Ryan established that Trinibus is just like actively spraying in random directions. Which not only means you have to get around his arms, but it also means people are stumbling, choking on what at this point is likely only aerosol coming out of his like Job wrist cannons. Like just a shitty cartoon Mysterio. We'll say 3 difficulty. I'll give you.
He keeps yelling, "This is for my own good."
My own good.
We gotta get out of here.
I'm gonna give you 1 boost. I think in general, if it's a check that might save Alto's life down here, you're gonna get a boost because like.
Good, because I was gonna fight for that.
No, man, you can just have that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's it from my end. No, sorry. I'm gonna give you 1 setback from the difficulty in realizing there are a bunch of lookouts in the crowd. You need to somehow do this in a way that won't immediately alert everyone around you that something's up.
Right. Okay. And what kind of check is it?
Sorry, that would be useful. We're gonna say this is a, you can either take a cool or a coordination. Coordination would be literally like, I'm gonna barrel my way through.
Yeah, I think this is a coordination.
Cool would be Han Solo just kind of casually slipping up next to someone.
Lyric's not that cool.
Yeah, I've only ever known gangly teenagers to be super cool.
Yeah.
Stumble away, Pepper Ann, stumble away.
Okay.
With your pirate-like bandana covering your bloody forehead wound.
Admittedly, like, that's a
Very Hive.
just regular shoes in the hive.
Yeah. Very Hive. Much
Blends right
Warhammer.
in.
Just a baseball hat.
She's one of us.
Yeah, they're like, wait a minute, that guy's head isn't bleeding. Fix it.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll this.
Do it.
3 successes and 1 threat.
Okay. All right. Great. So you managed to slip up next to Kel. What do you say to her? She's like, what? Get back there. Keep an eye on him.
She Lyric has a moment of like, I'm doing my job. Push me away. And I think it's just like really a very casual culprits are here.
She nods almost imperceptibly. And you can almost hear her grit her teeth as she quickly like looks at Trinibus and Endrick. And you can kind of like you've done the math too. She didn't bring fighters. These are like a guy who's really good with tech and like a good luck charm. They didn't, you know, she didn't staff up for this. So with almost a sigh, she says, "Okay. Well, I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but new plan, kid." And she shoves the whip and the rifle into your hands and just says, "Go make a scene." And then she taps Endrick and Trinibus, and the 3 of them bolt inside the room.
This episode of The Valentine Heresy features Ryan LaPlante at The Ryan LaPlante on Twitter as Inquisitor Lucius Valentine, Tyler Hewitt at Tyler_Hewitt on Twitter as Alto, Laura Hamstra at EL Hamstring on Twitter as Lyric, and our Game Master, Tom McGee at McGeeTD on Twitter. This episode's sound was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and the Valentine Heresy's artwork was created by Del Borovic at delborovic.com. DELBOROVIC. Our theme song is The
Inventory is
Horse by
full.
Megan McDuffie, and our ads use the tracks No Control and
Don't
Sheets
come
by
out of the
Jazz.
shadows like that.
JAH
Next time, give a girl some warning.
Available at freemusicarchive.org. When it comes to Dum Dums and Dice, you can visit our website at dumdumdice.com. Our Twitter and Instagram are at dumdumdice, and on Facebook at facebook.com/dumdumdice. We have merchandise available at redbubble.com/people/dumdumdice. And most importantly, you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/dumdumdice. That's DUMBDICE. Ave Imperator, and death to all the heretics.
Death to all the heretics.
Dum Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: Christian Menicola, Long Long, the Half-Blind Prophet, James Cuellar, Charles Grams, Christopher Little, Olin Anderson, Sue One, George Dolby.
Welcome back to the grim darkness of the 41st millennium. I am Inquisitor Caveat Ventus, keeper of the Inquisition's Black Library, and this is my report on the Valentine Heresy, an actual play podcast set in the Genesis adaptation of Warhammer 40,000's Dark Heresy RPG. This report features Game Master Tom McGee, Ryan LaPlante as Inquisitor Lucius Valentine, Laura Elizabeth as Lyric, and Tyler Hewitt as Alto. My report is following an addendum explaining the history of Lyric and Alto, detailing their first job with their mentor Kel. Alto proved to have an excellent memory, and Lyric demonstrated her skills as a lookout before being made the center of attention. Can she survive being the focus of an entire Underhive gang? Find out in this episode of the Valentine Heresy.
From the personal diary of His Surgical Highness, Tritopus Secundus, written the day of the heist. Ryan, what do you think Tritopus thought today would look like?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go pick up some stuff, and then I'll have enough to get some more vaccines. That way, I'll die like my mother did of old age, not disease.
Incidentally, that was similar to most entries in the journal of His Surgical Highness, found amongst his belongings after his death. Lyric, you feel Kel, Tritopus, and Endrick turn and book it towards the building. You notice Endrick slips something to Alto, but you don't really have much of a chance to see
Don't
what it
come out of the
is.
shadows
Alto
like that.
practically falls
See you
over
Next
his-
time, give a girl some
his
warning.
chest, but he seems fine. Looking back, you can see the crowd. It's that classic thing where, like, in like the Matrix agent thing, where like everyone is kind of doing their own thing, but suddenly all the culprits start to turn towards the landing bay. You have pretty much a split second to create a distraction of some sort. Kel has handed you a rifle. You've never fired a rifle before.
No. You
are, I think, aware of how they work from all the people you've seen get shot, just kind of in the street. But it's an unfamiliar weapon. The whip, on the other hand, is close enough, I think, to I've got to imagine if you're like fending off other weird orphan kids in the streets, like you've probably hit someone with a belt a few times, so you have the basic mechanics of that.
Yeah.
With the chain around a couple times.
Yeah, exactly. Like the spirit of vengeance itself. So what do you think you do to cause a distraction? Keeping in mind you have a number of options here. You can be the distraction. You can cause a distraction. But you spent some time on the streets. What do you do?
I kind of dart my eyes around looking for like anyone I recognize. Specifically looking if there's anyone like if I recognize anyone who's clearly like a piece of shit who isn't associated with the culture.
Finally, 125 mining, so I can Mind those damn iron
we talked
bars.
a lot about like class systems in the hive.
Have a good one.
And I think
What can I
for
help
someone
you
like
with?
you, there's something particularly heinous about
Don't come out of the shadows like that.
putting on airs.
Next time,
in
give a
place
girl some
where
warning.
Everyone is clearly suffering and
Safe travels.
barely scraping by. But basically, like he's not a slumlord per se, but like kind of the best dressed asshole in the lower hive. And you've always hated this guy. You don't understand why he does it. Unfortunately, he's wealthy enough to have like big hulking bodyguards, but he wears an outfit that looks like Tritopus's outfit was knocked off of it, if that makes sense. So like he's got the legit deal, and Tritopus is like the weird off-brand Halloween costume version of it. But he manufactures a slurry paste that is of questionable meat origin. That is kind of one of the most used foods in the lower slums.
Lovely.
And his name, as brought to you by Patreon, is Fartulum Bugaranus.
Guess I'll write that down.
There's a very long
Wow.
explanation in Latin of what it means, but what it means to you is that asshole who sells the slurry paste people eat. So he's walking. No, actually, he's not walking. He is very, very slowly biking on a penny farthing. So just like a giant front wheel.
Oh my god.
And he's kind of a stocky guy, wearing a crushed velvet jacket with the Austin Powers ruffs. And he has a top hat that splits into two smaller
See you
top
later.
hats. So it's like a big brim and then two smaller hats. This is a man
Steampunk piece of shit in the hive.
would have been murdered immediately if it wasn't for the 4 massive scary people walking with him who are literally just shoving people out of the way. This is classic hive scum. You know, they've got the full Necromunda thing going on. Just scary hard people. But weirdly, of the hive scum you've met, I think for you, Lyric, there's always been a divide between like strength is very important, but you're also frustrated by people they're only strong. They don't seem to actually get it or get what's going on. So like they're making a much bigger deal of this asshole than needs be. He definitely doesn't need that bike. But yes, you see him based on your previous Streetwise check of 1,000,000 successes. The threat, however, was that everyone turned towards you. That's how that roll went. I forgot to mention that last episode, so I'm just bringing it up now.
Oh, everyone's staring at my way.
Well, no, sorry. As I mentioned, all of the culprits are turning towards the landing pad.
Oh, okay.
They're not looking like at you because also, no offense, you're really not that scary right now.
Yeah.
Good time.
Well, I think using the rifle will probably get me killed. Using the whip will probably get me killed. But I've spent a lot of time with my knife and really perfecting that. And I think I have pretty good aim. So I think as subtly and as quickly as I can, I take that knife and I throw it with the aim, not necessarily to kill, but at least to get this guy screaming.
That's the most Lyric thing you've done in this flashback, other than mouth off to someone who could kill you in the previous episode, which admittedly was very on brand. Okay, dope. So, oh boy. Laura, I think we're gonna I'm debating between making this a melee light or a ranged light. Do you have ranged light? If you do, I'd rather take it off that. If you don't, we'll make it a melee light.
No, I've got melee light, not range light.
Okay, that's totally fine. You also didn't build a character for a weird flashback sequence where you'd be throwing knives. Hindsight.
Use your auto gun.
Use your leg gun from the future. Okay, cool. So, yeah, go ahead and throw that knife.
Okay.
So,
What do I do here?
So it's going to be melee light. So that's brawn and melee, which I think for you is 10,000 dice. So we'll take that. You're at, let's say, like mid-range. Not because you're actually that close to him, but he's above the crowd on a penny farthing, which really gives you a distinct advantage in the knife throwing territory. Also, given that you're not trying, like, all you actually need to do is hit him. It doesn't really matter if it sticks. Yeah. It just, any amount of inconvenience. Yeah. Good work not aiming for the hat. So you get, we'll say 3 purple. I'm going to spend a story point to upgrade it to a red.
Yikes.
So that's 1 red, 2 purple. You have 3 story points available to you. The system I was trying to explain and failing to means that basically the only pool we have is this pool until this whole dice roll is done, and then we readjust the pool after that. So you have 3 points available. So you
could spend all of our existing story points right now, which are 3.
I mean, technically no, but yes. Go ahead. Fine. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have even brought it up. That's a DM thing for me to know, and you're not to worry about. So yes, Laura, you have 3 story points. Keep in mind we're trying to limit it to 1 story point for upgrades, all that jazz. In terms of advantage, disadvantage, if you die in this crowd, Alto sure as shit dies in this crowd. Not because they'll target him, just because you don't think he can survive in this scenario. So 1 blue for that, for sure. I'm trying to think of his,
Tritopus is pretty distracting and was involved with the crowd. So if he had it off to the side, I imagine people may be glancing at him and not her throwing a knife. I don't know if that'd be a factor.
Yeah, okay. So what I'll say to that, I like that idea, Ryan. I think given that he's part of the like heist crew and is slipping.
Okay, so we have 30 minutes before they stop the server for a server upgrade.
Coughing and gagging people with like tears running out of their eyes and just like
don't come out of the shadows like that. Next time, give a girl some warning.
So there's already a lot of motion around me.
I'm gonna say there's general chaos, which will give you another boost because it means that even though the culprits are turning towards the dome, as Ryan suggested, Tritopus is very fucking distracting.
Yeah, it's aerosolized alcohol that he brews himself to like disinfect things, so people's eyes are not doing good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just general havoc.
It's bear mace.
Yeah. Yeah, but like bear mace made by an idiot. So somehow worse. It's like, oh, we got to keep the bears safe. And he's like,
be bears out here.
It's a grim, dark universe, Tyler. There could be bears anywhere. Alto, I doubt you would be... Oh, no, I've got a thing for you. So you wouldn't be able to help with this because you're dealing with the thing Hendrik just shoved at you. So, Laura, that's all I got for you.
I think that's great. And this is kind of one of those things, like Lyric has thrown that knife at the wall so many times that it is like it is incredibly reflexive. You know what I mean? This is just she knows she can hit a target.
Yeah. All right. I'll give you another blue for that.
This isn't her first knife rodeo.
Well, yeah, literally though, like I'm just imagining like the Great Escape ball thing where it's just like you're just tossing the ball at the wall constantly, and then it's like, oh, I just need to do this for real now. That's fine.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna roll.
Cool.
Okay, so I need to mine a lot of
End result is
copper.
1 advantage.
Shit.
I know.
Okay.
Don't come out of the shadows like that. Next time, give a girl some warning.
Laura, I'll let you succeed at cost, or you can take the advantage. The advantage will mean that what you want, something will happen, but it won't be necessarily what you want. Succeed at a cost is you will hit him, but there will be a cost.
I guess I can go to
fuck cost.
Stormwind and upgrade my mining level.
Cost always ends up
would make you say that.
Where would you like to fly to?
Succeeding at a cost is different when you've thrown an object out of your hand rather than when you're plugged into a thing.
With your brain. Don't throw your brain, Laura. Don't throw your brain.
You hit Alto with that.
Yeah, there was another kid, and he became new Alto.
Yeah.
Hey, Hendrik, you're looking pretty young to me.
Hendrik just unzips and 3 kids stumble out.
Nah. Fuck, this is really hard. hard to decide. Sorry, advantage would give what? You say like
Advantage is something will happen, but it won't be what you like. Basically, if you take the advantage, you don't hit him with the knife. Something will happen, but you don't hit him with the knife. If you take succeed at a cost, you'll hit him with the knife, but there will be some kind of cost to it.
No, I'll take advantage.
Okay.
Lyric wouldn't risk Alto at all.
Fair enough.
If that's even on the table as a cost, potentially.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I don't think Lyric was like, I could succeed at a cost.
Yeah, thank you for watching Outpost. I'm just gonna play until they stop the servers and then stop the stream for tonight. I will maybe watch a few episodes of One Piece and then go to bed.
It, arcs out of your hand the way you'd expect. Unfortunately, as you do so, one of the thugs shoves a big muscly woman out of the way, and the knife instead, the hilt bounces off her shoulder, unfortunately blocking your shot. And she kind of like,
my knife.
Yeah, so your knife is gone. She picks it up and puts it in her belt. She's like, oh, free knife. Honestly,
I'm probably gonna get killed now.
Things are really bleak in the hive.
Starts chanting, free knife, free knife, free knife.
Yeah,
It's like we're in for a spot of knife rain.
First death to Horde.
Spaceport ever.
Yeah. Now all of our drinking buddies are gonna have to hear that fucking story for forever.
Yeah, I was gonna say for 10 years until the planet is exterminatus.
What? We don't know that's gonna happen. I say as I hold my glasses in a stupid way. Okay, cool. So the knife is gone. So you have one advantage. I think the way we're gonna play that, Laura, is your opportunity to create a distraction is gone. You had the kind of the one action. So unfortunately, that means that the culprits are now closing essentially the net around the base. Now the advantage, the good news is you weren't seen doing it, so I think that's how we'll play the advantage. Is the bad news is you lost your knife, it didn't work. The good news is the culprits probably thought you were just trying to kill that woman. If anything, or you might have just been a teenager throwing a knife into a crowd. Admittedly, not that rare in this place. So, yeah, hashtag hive. So, weirdly, you kind of net neutral on that. The advantage piece, though, so A, you weren't noticed, and B, I'll say, knowing that you've lost the opportunity to create a distraction, you now have a moment to breathe as you figure out what you can do that would be useful. The culprits are going to rush the base. Like, there's really nothing you can do about that now. But there might be something else. So if you think about that, I'm going to cut over to Alto. Alto, / also Endrick, you're playing two characters talking to yourself. Welcome to my world, Tyler. Endrick shoves basically a heavy piece of metal, like a leather sleeve with tools in it, at Alto, and I think as you've described it in kind of that, like, I don't really like, it's not a nice, like, fatherly gesture, just kind of like, here you fucking go.
Yeah.
But basically, Alto, you look down and the gears, metaphorical gears at this point, in your brain begin to turn about, like, what these tools are, and you don't necessarily recognize them, but you immediately start to see the value. I kind of imagine Alto's brain working a bit like in the Lego movie when they talk about being a master builder, where you just see every brick, and you're just like, oh, I understand, all the bricks go together like this. So looking at the tools, you don't necessarily know what they do, but you do kind of realize how they could work together. And he just says, you're really gonna want to find a good car, kid.
All right, I was thinking about how Endrick sounds. I was thinking he kind of sounds like, I think he's modulated his voice somewhat.
Oh, amazing. Yeah.
I think he sounds like Dr. Claw or like Soundwave. I think it's like,
oh, fuck yeah.
And just shoves it like,
You would better find us a good car, kid.
So you want to be a blacksmith, eh? Grab an apron and a hammer, lad. Let's see what you got.
Oh, fuck, I love that. Also, that's a damn good Dr. Claus, sir.
Thank you.
I feel like we should cover up your face for the entirety of the season. Just, move your camera.
Sit back in my chair.
Yeah. And I mean, Luna would make for a good Mad Cat. For sure.
You're not bad, but let me show you a few tricks you might find handy.
What a delightful vacation that reference was from the grimdark reality we're in now. Great, so...
let's go back to forcing the child to be a soldier.
Yeah, so listen, it's just like Snowpiercer. You just gotta put the keys in, turn, pull out. So you stumble over, you've got this kind of set of gear. Can you please roll me a tech use?
Yes.
And this is you trying to, Master Builder, understand your new set of tools.
Okay. What are you looking for?
I'm gonna say 2 on this one. They're unfamiliar, and again, these are, in a sense, these are likely his spares. Like, he's not gonna hand you the stuff he needs. It's just kind of like, here's the backups. Yeah. So it's essentially, I feel like, given Alto's general interest in vehicles and mechanics, you have some sense of how mechanical stuff works, but you've never, like, you've probably looked at a couple wrecks, or like junked cars.
Scrap,
Yeah. So you have a vague sense of like what they might do. So yeah, go ahead and roll that for me, please.
Holy shit. 5 successes, 2 threats. Each of my, I had 3 yellow dice from my tech use, and each of them rolled double success. Damn. So that was quite fortunate.
Nice.
Okay, you see a perfect car. There's one that's very, very fast. Unfortunately, there's a penny farthing pulling up to it, and you see Fortulum Buggeranus looking down, going, I quite like this one. Perhaps I'll purchase it. Wherever is the owner? So the good news is you found the right car and you know how to use your tools.
Okay,
so
I need to find the...
Fortulum is very interested in this vehicle and is causing a bit of a scene around it. Here's my question to you, Alto. You know Lyric said to stay close, but you have a very important job, and you know you can't let the crew down. Would you slip through the crowd and try and go hotwire this car, or would you kind of wait till you get word?
He would slip through the crowd. He also has the same ability, like being hive-born as Lyric, that crowds don't impede his movement. I think as a child as well, he just kind of has that way of just kind of moving. Like, it's just scampering. It's just like a forest of legs for him, right? Like, it's just...
Yeah, totally. Okay, amazing. I'm not gonna make you roll for that one, only because I think like that makes sense. Also, as a kid, I feel like I'd just be handing you so many boost dice. Excellent. So you slip away into the crowd, and we'll see, Lyric, what you do with that in a moment. Meanwhile, inside, Tritopus, following Kel and Endrick, you find yourself in a large, again, think most nicely, so like no ceilinged, basically ramshackle, nailed together, you know, that weird corrugated metal kind of Fallout style shitty spaceport as the Maladrot is beginning to land. As you guys push past the guards, you hear...
Don't let the humans in the bazaar fool you, lad. With the subway those gnomes built, it's easier than you might think to transport goods from Ironforge. If they try to tack on import fees, just tell them you're gonna buy your gear from me.
You see his fingers drilling bolts in to secure it. So you're pounding, like, hey, no! From outside. But inside, there are, you immediately see a bunch of bodies from spaceport crew. This place is so ill-used, everyone was kind of, like, you could tell that...
Okay, I don't remember where the
like
blacksmith
a hotel
is
when
in this
royalty shows
place.
up in a movie. They were desperately trying to clean this place so it seemed functional when the ship arrived. So they were very much caught with their pants down. And there were about 10 culprits in and around. All of them have, we'll say 5 of them have guns up on the ship. The other 5 heard the commotion and are starting to turn. You see Kel immediately kind of like whip out her pistol and dive behind cover. Endrick is still like drilling the door shut. What do you do?
I think he'd go into cover as well. but he would believe that Kel would keep him the most safe. So he would actually cross to where Kel is and go into exactly the same cover.
Okay, amazing. I know you've played Last of Us 1, right?
Yes.
So there's this amazing mechanic where they just decided no one can see Ellie because she does that all the time, and it's so fucking frustrating as a player. She's like, no, I'm stealthing. And she's like, I'm coming. Stay there, Joel. So it's very much, I feel like it's that, where it's just you
Hello, the guards. I can ask for guidance.
So as you're running, a bunch of them open fire, kind of at you.
What do you need directions to?
The good news is, weirdly, by being such a big fucking distracting, stupid thing running by, they aren't shooting Endrick, who is the guy who's standing blatantly out of cover. So Tyler, you're fine for a minute. Tritibus, you, I'm kind of imagining, based on the way you're talking, it's almost like, what am I even thinking of? Like, I'm imagining like a weird like stick robot running, where it's just kind of like you got the Mr. Burns arms.
Which profession trainer are you looking for?
Very snidely Whiplash.
You mean you can't smell the smoke of the dwarven forges from here? Well, you will be looking for Therum Deepforge if you want to learn blacksmithing. He's over in the Dwarven district, which is just north of the Cathedral Square.
As, the bullets begin to fly. Meanwhile,
mining.
The slugs are hitting the boxes and just blowing chunks of them off. Mostly around Kel. For some reason, they aren't hitting the boxes near you, but like Kel is being rained down on with materials.
Oh no, that's gonna make you sick. And then he just like uses his mist gauntlets on the boxes around her so she doesn't get sick.
And as you're leaning over her doing that, suddenly the bullets are missing, and she's like, yeah, listen, I saw.
What do you need
Doc,
directions
I saw someone
to?
sneeze on all these boxes. You gotta stay right there and just keep disinfecting.
Which profession trainer are you looking
I
for?
don't want to get sick.
Leave it to the
Yeah,
dwarves
no,
to send a mining specialist from Ironforge to tell us how to mine. How hard is it to take a pick and chip away at some rock? Well, since he's here, he's probably the one you should see anyhow. His name is Gelman, and he resides over in the Dwarven district.
He ends up shooting at the culprits.
I was gonna say, also with your luck, you like shoot the box and it like ricochets off. Yeah, okay, amazing. So go ahead and roll. Jesus Christ. Roll to attack the culprits by accident, I suppose. And Laura, if you could please roll on Kel's behalf. This will be a melee, a ranged heavy.
Okay.
Both of you are rolling on 3 purple.
Okay.
Laura, for Kel, 1 setback for the... Well, actually, no, the box stopped exploding. So no setback for that. I'll say you actually get a boost dice for being under
If you've
the
come
luck
looking
umbrella.
for the finest craftsmanship on this or any other continent in the world, then you've come to the right place. Grim and Elmore, at your service.
I'm gonna give you 1 boost because I told you that it was mask-proof sneezing. So you're really concerned about destroying these germs. So I feel like you would be extra, like, having just played a bunch of VR shooting games where I occasionally panic and just like.
If you've come looking for the finest craftsmanship on this or any other.
Tyler, as Endra, can you please go ahead?
Don't
and
let
roll
the
me
humans in the
tell
bazaar
me,
fool you, lad.
for drilling the door
With the
shut.
subway those gnomes built, it's easier
this is
than
gonna be
you might
difficulty
think
of
to
1. It's
transport
actually pretty
goods
low
from
because, again,
Ironforge.
like,
If they
you've
try
got
to
robot
tack on
arm,
import
I'll just give
fees,
you,
just tell them you're
based
gonna
on your
buy your gear
normal,
from me.
Mechadendrite arm, 1 boost. I'm gonna give you 1 setback. Oh no, actually no, because he distracted them, so they're not shooting at you. So that's all.
I'm going to use a story point for Tritipus because he's terrified that the sneezes will taint his mother's bones, so he'll have to throw them away.
Oh yeah, that's legit. Yeah, fair enough.
All right.
Very cool. So there are 3 remaining story points on this set of rolls. If anybody wants more, I have 0 right now because that's how the new economy works. I can't fuck you right now. I literally can't do it.
I made my roll, Tom, and I have.
I came from Ironforge to help out with the rebuilding effort here. If I can teach enough of you my skills, then maybe I can leave it to ye and take myself back
I rolled
home.
1 success and 1 advantage.
Okay.
We're doing pretty good. Wow, Ryan.
Tyler, how'd you do?
4 successes, 1 advantage, 1 triumph.
Guys, all I'm saying is maybe we change the name to the Doc T heresy. Fuck those other characters. These guys are amazing at everything.
I've never been more sure Alto will die when we go back to the present than I am after those 3 rolls.
Yeah, just keep burning that luck, baby.
Yeah.
Shit, man. All right. Fuck, that's wild. Okay. Okay, amazing. So all this kind of happens in a beautiful ballet of destruction kind of way, where Kel, and again, like full Sarah Connor, just like does that thing where you kind of like take a breath before being like, okay, I'm just gonna pop out into danger and shoot whoever I can. And as she comes out to open fire, she's tracking, like it's literally one of those things where, like we're talking Red Dead terms, she's in like dead eye, she's got her gun ready to go, but then suddenly like las pistol blasts hit her targets, and like she's ready to shoot all of them, but by the time she pulls the trigger, they're already burning. So she shoots 3 corpses on their way down.
Well, I can finally go to Arathi Highlands if I want to level mining, but since I sadly need copper, I need to go to low level areas still.
Okay, so yeah, so 2 for
that
the
sucks.
triumph, 1 for the success, and then and Tyler, you had, I'm sorry, triumph and
4 successes.
Jumping Emperor in his golden throne. Okay, cool. So basically, as Trinipus starts like dropping people with his like scattered las pistol fire and gaining advantage, the advantage buys Kel time to kind of see the ship descending, being shot at by these culprits, and she notices that they're actually kind of doing part of the wrecking crew job that you plan to do. So she yells like, "Endrick, now!" So Tyler, with your stupid amount of success and triumph, you have a moment to try and disable the craft in a way that you have the advantage of the combined fire.
I think I'm gonna put a lot of the tin in
the craft is starting
my
to like
bank,
tilt and kind of do that like classic.
so I can actually gather a lot of copper as well.
Just kind of starting to
Welcome to the Bank of Stormwind. We offer
have
financial
is there's still a
accounts
bunch
and
of people
safety
shooting
deposit
at it.
boxes for valuable items.
However,
Do you already have an account with
it's
us,
in
sir?
vaguely critical condition. So, you have a chance to act. You can either try and disable it more, you can try and come up with a way to disable them, but basically, the combined actions have bought you another free turn. What do you do?
So when Kel says now, that's in regards to disabling the ship?
Just in terms of like, this is our moment. Like,
Okay.
I think in her mind, it is very much the ship is in the the ship is almost disabled. Now, you can also see that because of the combined fire, it's starting to trying to take back off. It's different from because your plan was basically it lands and then you disable it. Now it's it's landing. So I think for her, it's very much blowed up now, but you're actually the expert in this. So what do you think your take on this would be?
So I'm imagining an industrial spaceport.
Yep.
So I would imagine there's some mechanism in place to cradle or brace these larger ships for when they've rested and landed in place. So would it be possible for Endrick to use that same system to, instead of brace the ship as it lands, to actually kind of envelop it and clutch it?
Yeah.
And keep it from taking off, kind of hold it in place.
Totally. So given the sort of shittiness of this spaceport, I'm going to say that'll cost a story point.
Okay.
So we'll drop that to 2 and 2. In my favor, as we've learned, all shared tied points are from I fuck up a few episodes ago. So there is an ancient sort of again, because this is an improvised port, sort of like gimbaled arms, but they are they're mismatched and kind of roughly built. But looking at them, Endrick's like, fuck yeah, that's absolutely what these are for. So with all of the distraction going on, also with Tritopus and Kel drawing so much fire.
Well, I think I'm just gonna log off now, so see you tomorrow, most likely. Have a good night or day.
And happily, because it is like a little control office, it's not in direct line of sight of all the culprits who are firing. Okay. So I'm gonna need a stealth check, please, from you. The good news is everyone is so distracted by everything else that's going on that, like, one dude in a jumpsuit trying to do something isn't really a concern or a priority. So this is only going to be difficulty 1. I am going to spend a story point to bump it up to a red, just to keep life interesting. But other than that, boost dice from the distractions for sure.
Okay. Sorry, you said this was a tech use roll for me?
No, a stealth check, please.
Stealth,
this is to get you to it.
Yeah, good night and goodbye.
I'll give you 1 boost. Yeah, sorry, check your stat and I'll give you the rest of the dice there.
Okay.
You good?
Yep.
Okay, so 1 boost for... I'll give you a boost each for Kel and